loudly enough, but can speak normally. Not too loud, but so let's begin with the mountain. Hope. Glacier dream. The black winds of carbon inks the landscape. The translucent becomes opaque. Neve no longer reflects. The permafrost heats up, swinging through. It is too hot to snow. The rain drips and accelerates the melting. Apathetic calcium phosphate, carbonato hydroxyapatite. My bones vibrate from the silence of the rocks. I miss this pale blue that illuminates the bottom of chasms and crevices, luminous and profound, gurgle, crack, fused with mysterious lasers, sliding walls, shining, elusive. Where does the water of the glacier go when it does not return? Nothing is lost, everything is transformed, but into what? I miss the ice, its snow-coat protective cocoon that watches over the sleep of the hate, slow filling of the glacial reserves, hollow humps for chamois, where are born the great rivers. Where does the water go? The castle of grandmother ice is melting day by day. The memory of the mountain is gone. The mass of ice slides down the slope in slow motion. Then I close my eyes. In a vain attempt of freeze frame, I set up dam to go back in time. I climb the cold waterfall of my childhood memories with a feather. Is there a paradise for Glacier? Bonatti has taken his pillar. Abrupt disaster, this void. What to do when the time accelerates to the point to see a mountain collapse? A glacier to die in barely 30 years. May my tear go one day bless its flank, scattered in a few downy flakes, light as a caress. And this pale and deep blue, wrinkled with cracks, shine again, and the amazed smiles for those who will find a way to save it. With the return of his woolly mammoth friends, will he succeed? Or should I ask Lady Holler and Bigfoot for their help? Let's read the original French version. Rêve glaciaire. Les vents noirs de carbone ancrent le paysage. Le translucide se fait opaque. Neve ne réfléchit plus. Le permafrost s'échauffe, balançant Dru. Il fait trop chaud pour neiger. La pluie dégouline et accélère la fonte. Phosphate de calcium apatitique. Carbonato-hydroxyapatite. Mes os vibrent du silence des roches. Je manque de ce bleu pâle qui éclaire le fond des gouffres et crevasses, lumineuses et profanes. Glougloute, craque, fuse de lasers mystérieux, parois glissantes, brillantes, insaisissables. Où va l'eau du glacier quand elle ne revient pas? Rien ne se perd, tout se transforme, mais en quoi? La glace me manque, son manteau neigeux, cocon protecteur qui veille sur le sommeil des hauteurs, lent remplissage des réserves glaciaires, bosses creuses à chamois, où naissent les grands fleuves. Où va l'eau? Le château de grand-mère glace fond de jour en jour, la mémoire de la montagne fout le camp. La masse de glace glisse, dévale la pente au ralenti. Alors je ferme les yeux, en une vaine tentative d'arrêt sur image. Je dresse un barrage à remonter le temps. J'escalade la froide cascade de mes souvenirs d'enfant à coups de plume. Existe-t-il un paradis pour les glaciers? Bonatti a bien emporté son pilier. Désastre abrupt, ce vide. Que faire lorsque le temps s'accélère au point de voir s'effondrer une montagne, agoniser un glacier en à peine 30 ans? Puisse ma larme aller un jour bénir son flanc, disséminé en quelques flocons duft, léger comme une caresse, et ce bleu pâle et profond, ridé de crevasses, resplendir à nouveau sur les sourires émerveillés de ceux qui trouveront un moyen de le sauver. Le retour de ses amis mammouths laineux y parviendra-t-il? Ou devrais-je demander leur aide à Adam Kroll et au Yeti? So, let's find, well, let's read the second one. A little bit more positive. Flight Plant. Those two poems were written for the podcast Mange tes mots with sound added. So Flight Plant. I was inspired by the quote of the poem of K. Tempest, Europe is Lost. The roots that were dug from the earth, so these games could be played. I see it tonight in the stains on my hands. So it was the theme of the podcast, of the episode. I didn't feel the bed legs lengthen or the floorboards start to grow, form a trunk, branches. The chlorophyll canopy swelled with wind, and with a dull creak, my room took off, taking with it a clod of earth. I didn't feel the shelves, the table legs, nor the chair legs began to grow, form macrorrhizae, stilt roots to advance like a shepherd among the nimbostratus, cumulonimbus, and mammatus. Buttress roots, deep and powerful to resist gusts of wind, weights, stabilize in the trade winds. I didn't feel the pencils, the pen handle, or the curtain rod grow, form brachyrhizae, and their ectomycorrhizal symbiosis, the rhizosphere and its prokaryotes of nodules fixing atmospheric nitrogen nutrient, dense root hair, above, below, the volatile sadness of organic forests composes in puffs its song of rain. When the windows have turned to sand and the door in turn transformed, I shivered. Into my place I go, mangrove. I dare to be the one, cellulose. I am, I live. The tender rootlets have pierced the waterlogged clouds. Nimbus pours out its blessing. Insects, mushrooms, plants, and animals conspire with ease, sated with liquid love. So that was my second one. I'll read other ones, and let's see at the end if I got the time to read the French version of Flight Plan. So this is a very short poem. Soulage ready-made. The black tin roof glistening with rain whitens, blackens as the clouds pass before the full moon. Ready-made versus soulage. Le toit de tôle noire, luisant de pluie, blanchi, noirci, au gré du passage des nuages, devant la lune pleine. This one is one of my serious poems about ocean. Oceanic sweat. Sweat cools our bodies. If the humidity level in the surrounding environment isn't too high, if fish were sweating because the oceans were warming up and acidifying due to increased carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere, it wouldn't cool them down. The oceans are evaporating more. It's their own sweat, or that of the fish, maybe a bit of both, and the tears of sharks, whales, and whale sharks slaughtered up for nothing to make some people hard and smooth the skin of others. Sad stories. And while some struggled to get away to a campsite not too far away for a change of scenery, others head off to bivouac in luxury on the other side of the globe. The new hotspot for the ultra-rich multimillionaires with assets of over $30 million. Since 1990, this happy few have caused 2/3 of global warming. And how many cyclones, displaced population, and armed conflict? From the influence of a dead fart on the flapping of butterfly wings or fish fins. And the seas are getting darker, like glacier ice melting faster and faster. In 20% of seas, the fatigue zone has shrunk in 20 years, along with phytoplankton, where there soon be whole tuna in sardine tins. Phytoplankton, those billions of microscopic organisms that give us one breath and two. We don't need gills for that, because while our cows fart methane, plankton releases oxygen, and the giant liners will see the pack ice melt, spitting out their grey water and degassing, not taken, like those factory ships and their demersal saints emptying the sea of everything, destroying everything. They have no shortage of ideas for destroying a little more, reaping more dividends. Other firms show off spreading arsenic dioxide on arable land. 1 in 2 people of my generation will get cancer in their lifetime. But will they recover? Presumably the ultra-rich don't care. Things be destroyed when you have the means to change things. Support solutions. You've destroyed.
I don't know if there's silence, Caroline. I can't hear you.
She's frozen on
Fix
my
it
screen.
now. to Okay. Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay. 'Cause I heard Therese.
Yeah, we got
Where
most of it.
did it cut?
Um, well,
Just the
I
end.
mean, you're talking about the dying of nature that we're causing. I got that. I don't know the word though.
Again, that'd be great.
In one.
Maybe a minute before, 2 minutes before.
Phytoplankton, those billions of microscopic organisms that gives us one breath and two. We don't need gills for that, because while our cows fart methane, plankton releases oxygen, and the giant liners will see the back eyes melt, spitting out their grey water and degassing, not seen, not taken. Like those factory sheeps and their demersal sands emptying the sea of everything, destroying everything, buying a little more, reaping more dividends. Other firms show off spreading arsenic dioxin on arable land. 1 in 2 people of my generation will get cancer in their lifetime. But will they recover? Presumably, the ultra-rich don't care. But what pride is there in letting everything be destroyed when you have the means to change things? Support solutions. You've destroyed. Well, fix it now. And I'm just saying this in passing to bring a little marine background to the conversation, a little deep sea here. Can you pass me the ball, Pat? So, this one. Let's read some little poems just to.
Adeline, just a statement. If you turn off your video for the next poem, we might be able to catch the whole thing. Because even the audio is going in and out.
Okay.
You don't mind.
No, for me it's better, easier. Okay. So, flight plans. Short poems. So, we're in a kitchen. Dong dong bubbles. Saucepan lid. Aqua Charlie. Psh, overflows. Evaporates. Jazz on FIP. Kitchen. Dong dong bouillonne. Couvercle de casserole. Aqua Charlie. Psh, déborde. Évapore. Jazz. AFIP. Cuisine. Cooking. Ballet. In 3 acts. Essentials showed my swing of saucepans, choreography of slippers, fan aération, popote, ballet en 3 actes. Spectacle essentiel. Beaucoup en gradin contemplent mon swing de casserole, chorégraphie de chaussons, aération à l'éventail. Like a pine cone in the fire, the water crackles at the bottom of the pan. Comme une pomme de pin dans le feu, l'eau crépite au cul de la casserole. In the distance, the surf, briny effluence, and galan de noche, the wind wishes me good night. Au loin, le ressac, effluve saumâtre et galan de noche, le vent me souhaite bonne nuit. The wind deposits, fresher than my tears, a drop on my foot. Le vent dépose plus fraîche que mes larmes, une goutte sur mon pied. The star may be the night light of a black hole, afraid of the night. Ça se trouve, l'étoile, c'est la veilleuse d'un trou noir qui a peur de la nuit. The night fades pink on the bands of clouds. Dawn is here. La nuit déteint rose sur les bandes de nuages. L'aube est là. This poem is a poem I wrote with Martin Roszek well, we were connected at the same moment, and the one writing some verses and the other answering, and tac 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 until arriving at the end of the poem. Water drop. If letters are atoms and words are molecules, fluid is born. Am I frozen?
It's choppy.
Yeah, if you want to log out and come back in for your last poem or for your ending, whatever, how many poems it is,
Is
that
it
might
okay
help.
for the
We'll just talk amongst ourselves. So yeah, feel free to log out and come back in. Thanks for your patience, friends. So she popped out and waiting for her to log back in. I know Michael knows how stressful a moment like this can be. It happened during my my time on this podcast. All right, so one more minute here. We'll wait for her. If she doesn't reappear now, we'll maybe have someone else recite a poem. Oh, she's coming back right here. Go right ahead, Carolyn.
Sound on, camera off. So, let's read it again. Water droplet. If letters are atoms and words are molecules, are haiku droplets of water? Fluid from which the world is born and dissolves. In a haiku, how many mountains? In a perfect round of pea in the snow, thousands. How many dancing fleas fill a wine glass? To what rhythm does steam rise from a weary horse? Can we measure the volume of words? Does a kiss sound the same in one country or another? Is a sonata the same on the way out and on the way in? Yes, in my body there are atoms of Sappho and Democritus. In this poem, letters from Villon and Labbé. A plant dancing on the side of a volcano, a shark waking up in ocean's calm, and compost fertilize my silence. And the French version? Gouttelettes d'eau. Si les lettres sont des atomes et les mots sont des molécules, les haïkus sont-ils des gouttelettes d'eau? Fluide d'où naît et se dissout le monde. En un haïku, combien de montagnes? En un rond parfait de pipi dans la neige, des milliers. Combien de puces dansantes remplissent un verre à vin? À quel rythme la vapeur s'élève-t-elle d'un cheval fatigué? Peut-on mesurer la métrique des mots? Un bisou sonne-t-il pareil dans un pays ou dans un autre? Une sonate est-elle la même à l'aller et au retour? Combien de naissances de cellules de mon corps ce poème a-t-il accompagné? Mais les naissances ne sont qu'un réarrangement d'atomes. Dans mon corps, il y a des atomes de Sappho et de Démocrite. Dans ce poème, des lettres de Villon et de Labbé. Une plante dansant sur le flanc d'un volcan. Un requin qui se réveille dans le calme de l'océan. Et le compost fertilise mon silence. Thank you for listening and for your patience.
Thank you so much, Carolyn. Wow. The volatile silence. Indeed. I love these lines. Sated as liquid love. Oh my God, how rich that is. You have the choreography of Slippers, was it? And fluid from which the world is born and dissolves. I love that. Fluid from which the world is born and dissolves. And the great question, can we measure the value of words? And you talk about a kiss in one country and in another, like, do they differ? Wonderful stuff. So anyone, if you want to unmute your mic and clap or say a word.
For the metric. Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
I think Carolyn awakens our senses as a poet. Like, she is so empathic and feeling, and I think the way she envisions nature and speaks of it, it kind of ignites that same feeling in us. And it's beautiful. Even though I don't understand the French, I don't know which I prefer because the language is so gorgeous. I just like listening to it.
Yep. Also thinking about this, about the mountains and the glitches, that the glitches has formed the landscape we are part of. That this is something going from far, far beyond, from a long gone time. So,
That's
yeah.
a great point. Yeah. I mean, it was really a kind of trying to inspire us to look at nature and to conserve it. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's right now because it's also about the environment right now. So it hit, so it reminded me of both things like that.
I love the soft delivery. It's kind of adds to a sense of intimacy, almost like we're being invited to join you in a conspiracy of some kind, conspiracy of poetry, of language. Yeah, it's always wonderful listening. Like Teresa said, even if I don't understand a word of it, it always sounds beautiful.
Well, it's great that you recite both the English and French versions so we can pick up pick up more than we would otherwise. Wow, lovely, absolutely lovely. Carolyn,
Yeah, I just have something to say. What I love so much is how epic the scope, and also like very interior and universal. And so it feels like it's got everything covered, and yeah, just and bodily. So yeah, the poems really um sort of embody what they say. I feel your words in my body, which is so beautiful, and they just resonate out. Thank you so much. Beautiful.
indeed. All right. Wow. So we'll start back again with our show. Let me just get the recording clipped here.